Hi, everyone. Welcome to the podcast today. I'm excited to have this time to talk again about the My Angel Alert Band company. And we have the opportunity today to chat with the founder, Jean Mayland, and she could talk about the company. And then we're going to introduce some of the sales agents that are going to be helping with this product, because we all know the power of this product. So Jean, again, welcome to the podcast. And let's hear about you and your background and about this company.
Hi, Shelby. Thanks. Yeah. So my name is Jean Mayland. I'm the founder of My Angel Alert Band. What we're trying to do with Angel Alert Band is to add technology to an outdated medical ID bracelet, so that, you know, when a first responder comes at an emergency, they can know more information about you, because if they don't know something particular, mistakes can happen. And we really want people protected, and we really want to save more lives, and we really want to make the EMT, the first responders' jobs easier. And again, I always want to preface this because we love our first responders and our EMTs and the medical people, but because without them, we'd even be worse off, right? So, but we just want to make their jobs even better, and decrease the amount of pre-hospital time that sometimes happens, so that they can get people to the hospital faster. They know those particular details that, so we can minimize the unintentional errors that can happen because they don't know, and then get them to the hospital faster. So we're looking forward to getting this product launched all over the United States, helping all kinds of people, and very proud to have these people as part of my sales team. They're professionals, and I can't wait to introduce them. So
that's great. We're excited. Can you give us a little bit, can you tell us about what the band is and what it looks like, and give us kind of a background of what that
absolutely. So I can give you a visual, actually. So our flagship product is actually a silicone band. Okay, it's adjustable, and it has technology in it so that a first responder in that situation can actually come up and tap their phone up to that band within centimeters. And then on their screen is going to come up those critical details that they need to know about you and your medical history, so that they can, you know, take care of you better. They can service you better. We do have some other products. We actually have a pocket card, which is like this. And this is, we consider both of these products like a portable medical record. So I can go into that in more detail, but, you know, if you absolutely don't want to wear something, or you want a backup, or a spouse or a parent or a child could also carry a card, so that you've got backup help if necessary to get that information to the EMTs or to the hospitals and the care providers. So those are our flagship products, and we have more rolling out.
Yeah, that's exciting. Can you give me just a brief background about the security that's behind everything too? Because it's just easy. It seems easy to just come and tap that information, but can you tell us a little bit about the security?
Well, yeah, you know, this technology, we've taken several steps to make sure that your information is going to be as secure as it possibly can be. First of all, you can't scan it from a distance. I mean, you have to be up close to it. We're also incorporating two-factor authentication. So even if somebody does try to tap it, they still need that second element to be able to access the information. Also, we've secured it even more, so that that information can't be shared. You can't forward it. You can't screenshot it. You can't save it. We're making sure that that's in place, so that, because an EMT's they don't really care about doing that. They're HIPAA compliant, right? They don't care about sharing that information, right? But in the event that somebody else would try to get that information, they're not going to be able to, okay, to be able to keep that information. So we're taking lots of steps to make sure that your information is secure.
Great. Well, it's a very exciting product. I'm excited to hear more about it. And I'm excited to hear about your sales team that you're putting together. So let's start with Linda. Linda, can you go ahead and introduce yourself and talk about why you're interested in getting into the whole promotion of this product?
Sure. My name is Linda Grace Farley. I live in sunny Florida, and I didn't have to be convinced. When Jean and I had a conversation, intuitively, I knew that I need to be involved. So what excites me about this is I look at things globally. Everyone looks at things myopically. This one completes a cycle. So if you look at certain product out there that will dispatch an EMS, well, then it's dropped off. It's like it doesn't complete a cycle. So an EMS is dispatched, and in the course of the day, you have no idea how many times they've been dispatched. So the stress level's high. With the Angel Alert, it gives them a breather while the patient or the customer, whatever you want to call it, but now they do it their way. They have an opportunity to tell that EMS, hey, this is what's going on with me. Here's my allergies. Here's my medication. Here is what I'm being treated for currently. It's like having it your way. But at the same time, I look at it from the fact that the EMSs, they are trained, they have experience, but we're all unique. We're not generic, right? Maybe the four components that make up our bodies are, but imagine going in, not being able to respond. You're unconscious and going into an ambulance, they're going to do exactly what they're trained to do and their experience. But suppose you had some underlying medical issue, they would not be aware of it. And then consequently, you go to the hospital, and let's be honest, you look at the statistics, the medical professionals are leaving the industry, where you have people in the hospitals working double shifts. Now you have another stress level. This is taking away all of the uncertainty. And as that person, so you could see why I'm excited, because I look at how we can save lives. It boils down to that, so Shelby, right? How we can save a life, how we can save not only the patient, but we're helping to eliminate the stress from the medical professionals. So it's a whole beautiful picture. Aren't you glad you asked?
Linda, where do you see is the most need for this? Is there an audience? I think everybody can use this, but is there a certain audience that you think is the most in need of something like this?
Well, obviously, if you look at, the statistics, say for the state of Florida, we have 5 million people over the age of 64. So when dementia and Alzheimer plays an effect into that, those individuals are at the mercy of their caregivers or their caretakers, right? We want to take that out of that element, and we want to give them an opportunity to be the voice for those who cannot speak. I mean, that's basically what it is. So is there a target area or target population? The beauty of the medical alert band, My Angel Alert, everyone has an opportunity to have an emergency. And when seconds count, when you have people on the way to the hospital having heart attacks because the EMS weren't aware of different things, we are in the position of helping everyone. So from a target perspective, I mean, we're seeing people, even athletes in high school and college, dropping during a sport. There is no, oh, it's only for these people. You see, that's what's beautiful about the medical alert band, My Angel Alert, right? Because you have an opportunity, and it's not just the bands, right? It's the card. I mean, there's other product coming down that plan down the pipe, and we will be able to address every need that is out there. So am I excited? Oh, absolutely. Is there a target? Like you say, obviously you're going to look at the adult or the infirmed or someone of that nature, but there's no limitation. There's no, oh, it's only for these people. No, that's the beauty of this. And I wear it proudly.
Well, that's great. Thank you for introducing yourself and those impassioned remarks. That's amazing. Jay, can you introduce yourself and talk about your experience and why you're excited to work for this particular brand?
Absolutely. Good afternoon. My name is Jay Cohen. I come out of New York State. My entire career has been in the health and life safety venue. And what attracted me to this, amongst everything that Linda Grace said, is that one of the things that wasn't brought up is because of this technology, there's also images that can be stored, which means is that if the EMS get to you and they see you've got a rod or steel or screws, they can see that, and it will also help them to care for you better and also transport you better. The biggest thing that I wish this was around 2 years ago, because when I had a ailing relative, I had that packet in my car or that packet in my safe deposit box. But then when this person was ailing more than they were healthy and at home, I kept having to go from where I was to the safe deposit box to get it. And at one point I just said, I got to keep it with me because I got to save valuable time. With this band, if this was on the wrist or if I had a backup card, that problem's alleviated. Besides the fact that one of the things that also happened in this case is all the medical information, the medical proxy, power of attorney, the will was misplaced. And with this can also store in there. So it's everything you need is there at a moment's notice. It's critical, as they said before, it's critical information where time is of the essence. To get to the second part of that is to the target. I tell it's anybody with a wrist. You don't know when something, just because the stigma is the elderly and those with conditions. A condition can hit you at the drop of a hat. You could be walking, Linda Grace was talking about ball players that drop on the field. You could get hit by a car, God forbid. Things like that can happen that are unforeseen, but then that critical information is right there. So, and it speaks for you when you can't speak for yourself. And even if you can speak, even if you are coherent, you're still in shock. You're not going to tell them everything they need to know. So why not put it on your wrist and have something and have your chances of a quicker recovery and quicker dealings be there for you. That's why I'm excited about it.
So Jay, you've been in the emergency medical system for a while. Is this something that's going to be pretty easily translatable in that?
Yeah. Well, my field is really more in life safety with regards to like security systems, things like that.
Oh, okay.
But this is one of the things that I loved about this is integrating with my business is because it's health and life safety. So it's just another avenue for me to be that one person to go to for those needs. But this thing is going to be critical. This is a critical tool that everybody needs to have.
I agree. That's a great overview of your story, and thank you for introducing yourself. I'm excited about that. Holly, I'd like you to introduce yourself and talk about your experience and why you're excited to work for this product.
You're on mute.
Thanks, Shelby. My name's Holly Holiday, and I own a marketing company called Holiday Creative Marketing in North Carolina. I got involved with my medical alert band, my Angel Alert band. I have a bad cold, so I'm all stuffed up. And I had known Jean, met her a year ago, and something told me to contact her. And I contacted her, and she's like, this is what I'm doing. And I knew I had to get involved. I knew that I had to get these into people's hands. Our mission is make a difference, MAD. And this is totally in line with what we do. My mom had dementia, and she was at a nursing home for a long time, and the EMS was called a few times. And even if they're in a nursing home, you've got people that are working, on her, that the aides, and they don't know what her history is, and they're running around. But if she had this band on, they can immediately read that she was on Coumadin, she was had heart arrhythmia, and there's a list of things, and what medication she was on, so that they wouldn't put something, to correspond with those. Also, I love that it was the DNR on there, because my mom was 90. She wanted a DNR. My mother-in-law was in a very bad wreck last Saturday when I was on a call with Jean, and the car flipped, and she was taken to the ambulance, and she'd called her son, but if she'd had a medical alert band, it would immediately have texted her two sons and said, "Where the EMS has got me." And that's very important, because it could have saved her valuable time, and the EMS would know how to treat her. She has fused vertebrae, so they needed to know that. She walked out of it very, with just a scratch, which is still amazing and very blessed. But I was thinking that would really have helped her. The targets, like everyone said, it's anyone that has an arm. I love that Jay said that, but I specifically am targeting nursing homes, assisted living homes, because those people need to have something that speaks for them. The head of the nursing doesn't have time to go grab their stuff and give it to the EMS. And that's very important. Also, kids, they have allergies, they have peanut allergies. Those things are deathly, 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 deathly. And that would save so much time, and they would know how to treat it immediately, because they can't speak for themselves when they're having an attack. And people with latex, I have someone that's buying a band, and she has latex allergy, and she's, if she's out of it, she can't tell them not to use latex on her, because EMS is always asking, that's one of the first questions, are you allergic to latex? Because they always have latex bands, on their hands. So I just see this being a huge potential. I've talked with the head of the president of a huge hospital system, and he's very excited. He wants to get this at all of his EMS, but also into all of the people in the hospital, to have it so that they can spread the word and suggest these things. Another person at EMS was all over it. He's so excited, and he wants to have information to share with his team. And then when he is meeting with people, if it's not, critical, he can say, hey, this would really help you. And so I've got EMS people that even want to sell it. So it's, just the excitement around it is amazing. And I'm just very honored that I'm part of this team, and Jean is our leader.
That's great. There's so many opportunities for it. And I think you all identified some really key areas of it. Jean, I'll ask you, what do you think is the next step from this? You can hold I'm glad really glad we covered the holding your DNR on there, if you want your DNR posted on there, and your allergies and all of those things that are so critical. I think we all have a story of a relative, I included. My mother just had battled cancer, and it would be great if she had all of her medications in one place, so they would know if that happened. So I think we all have those connections and stories, and which is challenging to go through, but we just want to make sure that our loved ones are protected the best they can be. So Jean, what do you see are the next opportunities for this band, since we're launching it in its initial phase now? What do you see next for the band?
First of all, I just want to from my heart thank my team. It just means the world to me. I mean, you can hear the passion in their voices. They know people need this. And again, we all have had somebody too in our lives that could have used it, right? So, but yeah, we have a lot of things coming down the pipe as well. You know, we've got these 2 amazing products right now. We have another product that's coming out very shortly. It's going to be here very shortly. We're calling it a sleeve, so that you can actually slide it onto the band of maybe a watch or something that you're already, like if you're wearing a Fitbit or something, you can slide it right onto that. So they don't have to wear double things, right? So we're trying to be very accommodating. It can also be, that sleeve can also be like slid onto like a lanyard. Like if you're wearing a life alert, right? That actually is step 1 that calls the ambulance. Hopefully someday we're going to be calling the ambulance and providing the information. Hopefully we package all that together. That's on our rollout plans. But right now we're step 2, because step 2 is not being covered, and that's letting those first responders know that information. So if somebody is wearing a life alert, now they can use one of our sleeves and slide that on the lanyard and then slide it right down and sit right on top of that life alert. So everything's right there together. So we're being creative in ways that make the most sense, you know, for people to have that information readily available in different scenarios. Yeah, we also have the ability for various language. Let's say somebody's bilingual, right? That can be very important. Or if somebody's traveling, if they're going to a country where there's going to be another language going on, and if something happens to them while they're traveling, then they're covered in both languages while they're traveling, and they can always take that language off when they're back, right? So we're offering some flexibility those kind of ways. And I want to kind of emphasize again the value of especially having like the pocket card, because this is a portable medical record as well, right? All the information is the same. You can actually link these together, so you have multiple products if you want. But the value of that portable medical record also happens because my information is here at my hospital, right? If I travel somewhere, Shelby, if I come out to see you, right? And if something happens to me and I got to go, that hospital is not going to have any information on me, right? So if I have it all right here while I'm traveling, we're good to go. They'll have it, they'll have the information about me, and they'll know those things that they need to know. So we have lots of great things happening. And if somebody else, if there's something else that any of my sales team that you thought of while everyone else was speaking and you want to bring anything else up, I'm just going to open that floor up again one more time if there's anything else you'd like to add. And if we've got it covered, that works too. Are we all good? Okay.
It's a very exciting product. I can see that we have a very passionate and excited team to be able to get this product out to the world. And there are infinite possibilities in front of us as far as how this can make an impact in the emergency medical system and medical system in general. Gives me a peace of mind to know that my loved ones can have that information there to be able to.
I can interject another thing here, Shelby. Sorry to interrupt you, but you know, we are supporting different nonprofits. One of the first things that we're doing with the Pink Band is supporting breast cancer awareness, and you know, we're giving money back, right, on the purchase of those. So we're trying to incorporate all kinds of philanthropic avenues with this, so that we can give back to those kind of entities that need can always use additional help, right? All the health related nonprofits out there. So, you know, if there's somebody that's interested in doing something like that, that feels like, hey, we'd like to get involved with this and they would like some revenue from it, we can probably make that happen. So I just want to encourage that, because again, it's a way for us to help people and then help the nonprofits in a monetary way as well. So.
And Breast Cancer Awareness Month is next month, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
One last thing that I failed to mention is it's so inexpensive, and it goes into that demographic where there a lot of the older generation, their incomes are really, really small, and this is great for It's a great price point and it's a very inexpensive monthly. And it's not pushing out anybody that's on Medicaid. And I think that that's important to know.
What about this, Holly? We don't have to charge it. Nobody has to remember to charge it.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Absolutely. Any other final thoughts before we tie up this conversation? Well, it was a thrill to meet Linda, Jay, and Holly. I've heard about you from Jean. It's very exciting to see where your passion is and to make sure that we get this product out to the world. So Jean, thank you again for bringing your teams together, and
Thank you to my team, and thank you, Shelby. I appreciate it very much.
Time to make an impact.
Mhm.
Time to make an impact.
We will see you next time on the podcast.
Thank you.